Hey everyone, so today we're going to try something a little new because why not? I want to do a little video to kind of show you how you can use a few different respiratory mechanics to find optimal PEEP settings. Now if you take a look at our ventilator, I have every waveform switched here so it's easier to see. We're in volume control with auto flow on, making it a PRVC mode, and pretty small settings here for our test lung, but similar to what you would have for an ARDS patient. Over here we have PIP, plat, and compliance, not all of the numbers that we look at, but basically the big three that we're going to be looking at to find your optimal PEEP. Now the first thing you're going to do is when you're setting up somebody in ARDS-net ventilation is to take auto flow off. Additional settings, auto flow off. Usually you turn ATC off as well, but we're in a volume control mode. It doesn't really matter at this point. It's not active in volume control. Now I have a little bit longer eye time set because I want to get an inspiratory pause with every breath to show you guys our plateau pressure with every breath. Alright, so my settings right now are just a rate of 16 and with a PEEP of 5 and a pretty small tidal volume. My flow is pretty low, but that's just because of our test lung. This will hold true on patients at pretty much any flow rate as long as you have just enough time to give yourself an inspiratory pause. So if you look over here, our PIPs right now are 22, plats are 18, and compliance of about 28, maybe 29 at times. Now we're on a PEEP of 5, so on our ARDS-net patient we're going to start increasing PEEP for optimal oxygenation. So let's jump up to a PEEP of 8, kind of like what we would do on the ARDS-net protocol. And watch what happens to our plateau and our compliance. Plateau stayed the same. Compliance has gone up from 28 to 34. Still have a good waveform. Flow is returning to baseline. Still want to do a little bit more PEEP. Let's go up to a PEEP of 10. What happens to our PIPs and our plats? Plateau has gone up 1, maybe, but our compliance has gone up to about 40. Our waveform is still a nice pressure waveform. Flow returning to baseline. Now we're getting a little crazy. Let's go up to a PEEP of 12, see if we can recruit even more. Alright, what happens? Uh-oh. Plat has gone to 24, which is still acceptable, but for these purposes it's gone up. And our compliance has dropped. Look at our waveform here. It went from a nice waveform to kind of this convex shape, showing that there's overdistension now in the lung. So a PEEP of 12 is too much for this patient. You'd want to drop back down to your PEEP of 10 to optimize oxygenation and ventilation. And that is a quick way on how you would find optimal PEEP settings for a patient in ARDS-net ventilation.